Under the olive tree knits, binding off the branching out shawl. The branching out shawl has stitches that need to be dropped off during the bind off. The shawl border has a column of cables with a purl stitch in between each one, and we're going to drop these purl stitches all the way down to the yarn overs we worked at the start of the border. We're also going to be adding in some extra stitches between the cables to allow for a nice stretchy finish. To begin the bind off, with the right side facing, knit the first 2 stitches together through the back loops. Slip this stitch that you've just made back to the left hand needle purlwise. Then knit this stitch with the next stitch on the left hand needle through the back loops. Transfer this stitch back and then knit it together with the next stitch through the back loops. Continue knitting 2 stitches together through the back loops and then slipping the knit stitch back until you reach the first purl stitch of the row. The first purl stitch sits directly above a yarn over, so it's quite easy to spot. So all you do here is just drop that stitch off the left hand needle. You'll see that you're left with a long horizontal strand between the 2 needles, and we're going to use this to create some extra stitches. So firstly, take the left hand needle and dip it under the strand, and then slip the stitch on the right hand needle over, and then knit this together with the strand through the back loops. And we're going to do this again, so take the needle under the strand, slip the stitch from the right hand needle over, and knit these 2 stitches together through the back loops. And then once more, under, slip, and knit the 2 stitches together through the back loops. And there you can see you've created 3 stitches from that horizontal strand. So now we can continue binding off as before by knitting 2 stitches together through the back loops and then slipping the knit stitch back to the left hand needle, and continue in this way until you get to the next purl stitch. And when you get to the next purl stitch, just drop this off the left hand needle and unravel it all the way back down to the yarn over. And now we can create our extra stitches as before. So take the left hand needle under the first horizontal strand, slip the stitch back from the right hand needle, and then knit these 2 stitches together through the back loops. And again, under, slip, knit through the back loops. And once more, under, slip, knit through the back loops. Continue to bind off the shawl, knitting through the back loops for the 4 cable stitches, and then when you get to a purl stitch, drop this off the left hand needle and unravel it back to the initial yarn over. Then you create the 3 extra stitches from the horizontal strand between the needles. Continue binding off the rest of the shawl in this way.